I'm here. I hope you're doing well today, and I hope you had a good week. I did have a good week, and TGIF to you, wherever you're joining from. Can you let us know where you are joining from in the comment section? Wherever you are joining from, I hope it's not as cold as here, and I hope you're doing well. Anyway, where are you joining from today? um, I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I promised last week. I promised that today we're going to talk about how your personality may be the thing that you have to think about when you're thinking about how much you don't like your job. I posted something this morning. Hi, sis from California. I see you. So as I was saying, I posted a little teaser this morning talking about how many percent of people don't like their job. Imagine 85% of people don't like the work they do. If we have to actually do this work, just imagine how old you are. You're 32, you're 30, you're 29, you're 37. You're going to do that job or stay in that career until you're probably 45 or a little longer. Imagine if currently you hated that job and before you hated the job. What is the chance that you wouldn't hate that job next year, that you wouldn't hate that job 5 years time? So I want us to kind of talk about some of the things affecting us and why do people hate their jobs today. And some of the things that I found out in the course of researching on this topic is a lot of people don't like their job because of their managers. Maybe your manager is a micromanager. Maybe your manager is a little sneaky. Maybe your manager don't give you credit for your work. I've seen people go into meetings where their managers actually use the word "hi" to claim the work that they have done. You know, somebody is talking about the work you have done and pass over to them, and they're using the word "hi." And you sit back and wonder, I did that job. It's not even using the word "we" to reference the fact that I did that job. That could be a reason why you don't like your job too much, because somebody else takes credit for your job. It could be the company culture. If you work in an environment where you make a suggestion, and after you make a suggestion, people just talk over the suggestion like it doesn't matter. And when a man says that thing, or a white person says the same thing, it becomes the best idea since sliced bread. And people start to say, that's a good idea. You said that like 10 minutes ago. That could be the reason why you don't like your job, where people just don't value your opinion, or your opinion get elevated only when another person endorses it. It could be a man that endorses it, or a white person endorses it. This could be the reason why you don't talk in meetings. You feel disconnected from that job. We've also seen commute. So if you live in Nigeria, for example, Lagos is a very busy city. When I work in Lagos, I used to wake up at 3 a.m. and I would go get on the bus from Ogba at 4 a.m. because I know if I had to leave home at 5:30, I wouldn't get to work until like almost 8 or a little past 8 if there is traffic, right? So if you live in a place where traffic jam is heavy, like California, some places where you have to commute a whole lot for work, some people just don't like their work because the commute is too much. They commute in the morning, they commute in the evening, and they just hate their job because of that. So there's so many reasons. Or it could be pay. You feel underpaid, or you later found out that you are the lowest paid employee on the team and you are doing a lot of job. This could cost you, this should cost you to not just like the job because you just feel underpaid. And in some case, some people just feel like they pass over me for opportunities. The opportunities to be promoted, they're refusing to promote me. They're promoting other junior colleagues. They're promoting other people. There's so many reasons why people actually don't like their job. The thing is, most of the things I highlighted right now, they are reasons that are external. You don't like your job because of external factors, a manager, the commute, somebody not recognizing your value. All of those are external. And today we just want to talk about one internal factor that can be the reason why you don't like your job, and that is your personality. And oftentimes when you read a lot of articles, they write about things that make people not like their job. They don't talk about personality at all. How does your personality affect the career that you have chosen? And is that the right field for you? If everybody is becoming business analyst, should you be a business analyst? Does that match your lifestyle? Does that match your values? Does that match your personality? I just want us to talk about that a little bit. I happen to have encountered some people in my life who actually are the best fit for their career. One of them is on here, my sister Lisa from California. She's a director of sales. Lisa is an amazing sales leader. She is an extrovert. She used to be a singer. You know, she knows how to face an audience. She knows how to convince people. She can tap into your emotion. She can do the job because her personality matches that type of job. I remember for me personally, so I'm currently a director of customer solutions or solutions engineering, which is in sales. Before this, I was a scientist, lab rat. And I remember the moment I watched the movie Eating Figures. You know, I watched the movie Eating Figures where in Eating Figures, scientists were eating in the back. They were doing all the work, these black women, these black scientists, and they weren't recognized for their work, despite all the work they were doing. So after I watched Eating Figures, I sat down in a place and said, if scientists are truly eating figures, my personality is not a personality that can be eaten. I'm outspoken, I'm an extrovert. Am I in the wrong career? I love science, I love innovation, but I am not cut out for staying in the back. Stay in the back and not really be in the forefront of the thing I'm developing. I'm not cut out for that. I'm cut out for being a leader. So I started to wonder, right, like, okay, am I in the right profession? Or if I'm in the right profession, am I in the right location? Should I be in the back innovating, or I should be in the forefront taking the innovation and actually promoting it to make profit, to talk about it and owning it, right? In my last role, I tried to do both together. I tried to be the innovator and the person who actually lead talking about my innovation. Oftentimes, it's hard to combine both because it's just not, one person shouldn't be doing both, right? There usually is the person who talks to high-level CEOs. There's the other person is the scientist who actually should stay in the back. So I realized about 3 years ago that, you know, my personality probably will benefit from me being on the flip side than just being the scientist and the innovator. Why are we talking about this today? Because for those people who are just joining, because we have 85% of over 1 billion population who are working today who hates their job. If 85% hates their job and they're giving us all the reasons why we hate our job, like the pay, like the disrespect at work, like micromanaging manager, and all of those are not applicable to you, what is it that makes it very hard for you to get up from your bed every morning and say, I'm going to go to work? What is it that is holding you back? And for me, I felt like it was personality for me. And today we're going to do a personality test. I want to know whether your personality is good for the type of job that you currently have. We want to test that today. And before we test our personality today, I want you to start to think about your current role. I want you to think about, we will do personality test today. We will also talk about values today. So we're doing two things, personality and value. If you've just joined, if you've been on here since we started about 10 minutes ago, could you just take a picture of my fine face, post it on your Insta story, and tag this account and ask people to follow this account to come and listen to this live? Maybe somebody can benefit from this live today. I want to beg you and just admonish you and just beseech you to please invite somebody. Post this link in your family WhatsApp chat. Post this group on your Facebook. Post this link on your Insta story. Take a picture, tag me so that people can join us as we try to evaluate our personality today. So as I was saying, I feel like personality is one of the things we don't consider when we're thinking about why you're not doing well at work or why you don't like your job. So I'm going to, give me 1 minute. I want to copy a link. I want to copy the personality test link and I want to send it out here in the comment section so that everybody can try to do the personality test today. So give me 1 second. Let me get the link and we'll get it posted. 1 second. right now. So post. I just posted the link. I hope you can copy the link from the post here, if possible. I hope you can post the link. Can you take the link? Let me know if you can take the link. Else, I'm gonna try to see if I can put this. Everybody here, are you able to click on the link that I just shared right now? Because I'm thinking about maybe trying to share it on we can't copy. So I'm going to go share it on my story. So 1 second, let me post it on my story so that you can go click on it from the story. 1 second. Oh my God, I can't do it except I disconnect this live. Okay, let me see if I can get my assistant to do that. Hello, sorry for the break in transmission. I was trying to find a way around it because if I try to go to my story, it's not going to let me, it's going to cut this live off. So I've sent the link to my assistant. In a few minutes, you should be able to go to my Instagram story, which means you probably have to go out of this live to copy that link. And what we want to do for the next 5 minutes or so is to kind of get you to do your personality test. What we want to find out is, who are you? What are some of the characteristics that are unique to you? And then we can look at those characteristics and then be able to kind of think through and wonder, is that something that elevates your job? Let me tell you why I think this is very important. So, like I said, I used to work in science. I used to be like a scientist lab rat. And my current role that I've done for over a year, I'm more on the sales side, but technical sales. I'm still doing innovation to some extent, but I'm interpreting innovation a lot more now. I'm interpreting innovation in a way that customer will understand all the science that we've put together and how that can help them move their business forward. And I need to say this, which I don't usually say publicly. This last 1 year has been the best 1 year of my career. I feel like I fit in where I belong, right? I fit in where I should be. I love my current role because it allows me to use my personality as a great speaker, as an extrovert, as somebody who actually always understands people's pain and how to bring solution to people who have those pain. I have finally been able to find a place where I can really do that. And this happened to be on this job. Before now, I have invested tons of years trying to get a PhD, trying to work as a scientist, which I love, which helped me build this background, the bright background I need for the role that I am in now. But I feel like I'm reaping the benefits of that. Why are you listening to this? Some of us here, we have invested so much time and certain degrees in certain career. The link, she's gonna post it in a minute or two. So I just think, please check, please keep checking to make sure that you get the link. And then I want to hear some of your personalities. Once you're able to get the link, I think I posted the link here, but most of you say you can't copy it. And that's why I wanted a clickable link. But I already posted the link here. If people can try to, just, one by one, pick the words, right? Pick the letters. I think you could get to the link. The aim is to get to the link today, get you to do your personality test. I want to hear your personality and I want to help you. You would tell me your career and you tell me your personality. I want us to be able to say your personality matches your career or it doesn't. So somebody just reposted that link right now. Let me see if I can pin. I just pinned that person's comment. So that is the link. I think you can type it in yourself. I just pinned it. So type it in yourself. I want us to take 5 minutes for you to do your personality test. So on Instagram, they say you can give me money. Oh yeah, people start to buy badge. They say you should buy badge and give me money. People give me money, please. They say I can be rich because I came on this live. That is incredible. Somebody just donated 64 cents. Thank you so much for donating that. So generously donate to if you want to, but it's not compulsory. I love you here with that money. So as I was saying, I want us to find out our personality today so that you can really have to evaluate the career you're in. Is that where I should be? Does that match my personality appropriately? Or if it doesn't match my personality, is that why I'm struggling a little bit? Is that why I don't like the job? For people who are close to me, you probably will know that when it comes to mentoring people, when it comes to talking to people, I come alive. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to help people find solutions to problems. I'm happy to encourage people. If I see somebody who needs something, I'm happy to help you find that. That is what my current job is about. Imagine doing that and being paid good money. I wake up every day going to work and being happy. And when I look at the statistics of people who go to work every day, so if you get the link, can you do your personality test? Click on the link, start to answer those questions. It shouldn't take us more than 5 minutes. Once you get to finish your personality test, write below what your personality is. Tell me the four things. So you can be ESJN, ENJT. Write out what you are. Like in terms of maybe you are an extrovert, you're this. Write out everything. So my assistant has posted the link. I attached the link to the story as well. If you're not able to copy it from the pinned comment here, go click on the link in the story on my page. Let us know what your personality is. So Chick Sunshine, what is your personality? I know your career path, so tell us your personality and your career path. When you mention, maybe you're a supervisor. So extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. So okay, for Chick Sunshine here, what are you? Are you a supervisor or what are you? What is the code, the title? I'm waiting. So as you finish your personality test, tell me your personality title. Tell me the 4 things that your personality say you are, and tell me the career path you're in. Well, we just want to kind of have a chat. She said you are the coach. So for Chick Sunshine, they call her the coach. And this lady, I know her personally. She's doing a PhD in artificial intelligence. And if she wakes up one day and say, I want to be a professor, I think she'll do great in there. Why? Because her personality is extroverted. She's judging. And let me tell you my personality. I'm a leader. So most of the personality tests that I've done, it has ever come out as I'm a supervisor, I'm a coach, or I'm a leader. Why? There are 2 things that are particular in my personality. I'm an extrovert and I'm judging. So when they said I'm judging, I sat there, I'm like, I'm really judging. The way I come on Instagram and tell people, you need to do better, you need to do this, you need to do this. It fits my personality, because if I am on Instagram here, saying that I need us to be better, I need us to move forward, I need us to level up, this is my personality. This is what my personality reveal, that's the person I am. So if I have a child, my child needs to know my personality, that I'm going to push her. I'm going to not be the person who is quiet and just looking and they say, I'm watching my child. I'm not going to watch you. Mommy is an extrovert, so mommy is going to engage you. Mommy is judging. If you're doing anyhow, mommy is going to say, oh yeah, sit down. Let's talk about it. We need to know this personality, because some of this personality are the reason why we have marital problems. If your husband don't know your personality and you're exhibiting things that are natural to you, and now your husband is sad or angry that you are, okay, so somebody said extroverted, seeing, feeling, judging. I'm an HR manager. You are perfect for the job. Why? You are feeling, you are sensing. HR managers are supposed to be able to sense. They're supposed to be able to sense when people are going through issues. They're supposed to be able to feel if there's something that, okay, they're people managers. So they should be able to do people analytics. How are people responding to living and working from home? How are people able to manage the stress caused by COVID-19? Can you sense that in people's performance at work? As an HR manager, you should be able to know all of those. I think based on those 4 things, but what is your personality? Did he call you a leader? Did he call you a supervisor? Whatever. But those 4 things, you need to be able to ask yourself, does those elements of those things reflect in my work? Because if elements of those things don't reflect in your work, your personality is contradicting your current job. You will struggle a little bit because you are not in your comfort zone. You are not in a place where you can actually be able to win without having to stress yourself, because it's personal to you. It is inbuilt. It is in you. Right. And we want to know today if there are people whose personality do not match their job, not because we need them to quit their job, but we want them to understand fundamentally first, what is causing you to not like your job? Maybe that is fundamental to you if your personality is different from your, something that can fit into your job, so that you can start to think about what is the root cause of me not liking my job. Instead of putting it on, village people, or putting it on, it's just stress. Maybe stress is there, but there is internal thing that are affecting it. So as I was talking about my career, in the last 1 year, I realized that I don't have to force to do things. Why? Because my job and my personality, they're in agreement. So I'm not forcing to do things. I'm not really struggling to have very good measurable impact. Why? Because I am in my comfort zone. My personality matches my job. My wish for everybody who happen to be on here today is to be able to understand their personality enough to sit down and consider the career you are in, and consider whether there is a conflict there. And consider whether, if there is a conflict there, is there a place where I can do better that is closer to this job? So I'm not saying you need to leave your company, you need to leave your industry. Maybe you need to change role a little bit. If, let's say, what you're doing right now is a little bit, off for your personality, can I move to this other direction? Can I try to be promoted to a place, or can I try to just cross department a little bit? Maybe internally within your company, you can try to look for another role that will be a better fit, that also will pay you good money. That way you can also still use your expertise and probably be happier there. I think we should, I want to hear more from people who have done this personality test right now, so that we can see what others are seeing. Extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and perceiving. Absolutely, Lisa. I'm not you, but I could say that I know that there are some of these things that should come out when you do your personality, because I know you personally. I want to hear from other people. What are some of the outcomes you're getting in your personality test? Please tell me the role you hold today. So when I do my personality test, like, it shows the first word, it will show like a supervisor, inspector, leader. Tell us that as well. When I did mine, it told me I'm a leader. So immediately I knew if I'm a leader, I'm not meant to follow. So please tell us the first word on there. Tell us whether it's a leader, it's a supervisor, it's a whatever it is, entertainer. Just tell us what it is. It is very, very important. Tell us. So if it's ESTP, what does that mean? Please help us explain it, because I don't know all of those letters offhand, right? But if you tell us what it is, and please tell us the title. Is it a leader? Just tell us. Why is this critical? I want you to be able to get the best out of your life. If we're going to spend a whole lot of our hours just working and working and working, should we not enjoy the job? Should the job not be something that gives us at least some rest of mind? Why do we have to force and fuss? We should be able to put in minimum or at least medium level work and be getting very good impact. If your personality does not match your job, you will do way more before you can get impact. If your personality match your job, very little will go a long way. And if it matches your job, your level of delivery and happiness will rise. We just want to make sure today that somebody said defender, introverted, sensing, feeling, judging, and I'm a scrum master. I think that's a good personality for you. As a scrum master, you hold people accountable, but while you're trying to hold people accountable to do their job, you're like a project manager, you have to be feeling, right? You have to make sure that, okay, the people who I'm holding accountable, they're not responding to my style. What can I do better to be able to get them to respond properly so that we can have maximum output from this stakeholder, right? You are judging because you have to hold people responsible. They have to be accountable. They have to deliver on what they are supposed to deliver. So it's critical for you to be judging as a scrum master. So it's good, right? Like you're sensing if this person is not doing the work. You're wondering, what is it that is the issue? This person's delivery was due 2 weeks ago. They haven't still submitted. They're just giving excuses. I sense that there's something going on with this person, or is it that they need help, right? So Is it that they need help? Should I step in there? And then your feelings. So you're ready to sit with the person to ask questions in a way where their opinion matters. Whatever they are going through matters. You are ready to say, I feel your pain. How can I support you? But you are also holding them accountable because you're judging. I love this for you. IJ Okonko. I love this for you because Scrum Master really, it fits your personality. I don't think you will struggle there because naturally who you are would be able to do good and do well at that job. I haven't seen more, but I just want to analyze a few of those personalities so that we can have an understanding of how can I analyze my personality so that I can start to look at what is my responsibility today at work? What is my title today at work? And is that having any effect on my delivery? Is my personality off compared to what I do today? Is that why I'm struggling? Is that why I'm having to put in so much work before I can see any deliverable being done? And that could be it. That may not be it. In my case, I found out that, my personality was I'm a leader. I have all of these different things. So I have to think about, all right, as a scientist, you are an innovator, but usually you're not really a leader because you're not the one who gets credit when the work gets done. Somebody also gets paid a whole lot of money on things that you have developed when they sell it. And somebody is presenting your work out there because you're in the background as the scientist. I said I didn't want to be an Indian figure because my personality is that of a leader. So I decided I was going to move to this other career path. In this new career path, I can still use my skills. I can still do some of the things I used to do to a large extent. But in this new area, I'm ready to lead a large team, right? I'm ready to be in front of customers. I'm ready to be in the forefront of stakeholders. I'm ready to really go next level as a leader. And I'm ready to train myself to obtain more leadership skills. Not that I'm dumping the scientist part of me, but I want to exhibit the things that really elevate who I am when it comes to my personality. Now, we want to switch a little bit to value. Value is critical. It's so critical because when we think about value, usually people think about religion. They think, oh, she's talking about value. Sorry, I want to start my computer because I need to be able to call out some of the values to you guys. So why is value important? So apart from the fact that you're a Christian or anything, you're a Muslim, everybody have ethics or some other things that are important to them. Money could be the driver for your value, right? As you guys know, Dr. Ahadi wants to secure the bag. Nobody can tell me anything. You have to list 5 things that matters to you when it comes to value. I remembered at some point in my career, I was thinking about going to get a job in the cannabis industry. Why? At that point, the cannabis industry was just starting up. They had a lot of jobs. It was booming. I'm a biomedical engineer. I can do a whole lot of work for them and make good money. But when I look at the cannabis industry, I ask myself, does that match my religious belief? I just feel this conflict with the cannabis industry to some extent. So I decided I wasn't going to take that job, right? That is ethical. That is ethics come into play. But give me 1 minute. I'm trying to pull up my laptop so that I can call out that there are non-ethical values. All right, I found it. So as you get into your career, or as you settle in, or for some of you who have been there, our values most times may not be just ethical. So it may not just be, I have something that just doesn't sit well with me, with cannabis, so I don't want to work with that industry. There could be other things that are important value that you have to consider when you're taking a job. Today, I posted somebody's testimonial / we need your advice on my page. So this January, we've had, I think, about 7 different offers, people getting offers on my program. So they come and say, Doctor, I have this offer, help me negotiate. Or I have 2 offers. I don't know which one to pick. So this month we had 2 people with 2 offers, and I posted one of them because it was a little conflicting and we had to pick one. One of the offers was offering more money, 110,000, and then the other was offering something in the 80s. And people started writing their opinion. People started suggesting she should go that way, she should go that way. And we have to consider that whatever you want to do with your career, you have to start with, for so long, Dr. Adi is the preacher of get the skills, get the tools, get the degree, get the clinical. But at this point, I'm a preacher of your values and personality has to be prioritized because your mental health matters. How you deliver at that work matters. So I want to tell you some of the things that I mean by value. So apart from ethical value of, oh, they're making tobacco, I don't want to work for a tobacco company. You have to think about 5 values that will drive, should I stay at this workplace? Should I get another job? Or this job that I'm about to get, if I have options, what should I prioritize with my options? Freedom may be important to you. Imagine if freedom is important to you. That you want a job where they're not micromanaging you. Your manager is not calling you every second. You want to have a little bit of leeway to do your work at the time you want. You want flexible work hours. You want to be able to work whenever you want. If you wake up at 3 a.m., pick up your laptop and you put in work, if they don't see you at 8 a.m., you don't want them to be looking and saying, she did show up to work. Whereas you have worked 3 hours earlier and gotten in some work. Freedom could be the value that you're looking for in a company. Any company that's not allowing me to be free, to be able to do things as I want, I don't want to be a part of that company. That could be a value. Creativity, ability to be able to think out of the box and bring opinions that are uncommon to the table. That could be a value that you hold there. I have a PhD. I have to be creative. I don't want my manager to tell me, oh, go and do this. No. You tell me the problem. Tell me the problem we have. When you tell me the problem, I'm creative. I'll go out and find the solution and come up with 5 strategies to solve the problem and tell you, based on what you said we are facing, here are suggestions on how we can solve the problem. Creativity for me is a critical value that if I'm taking a job from you, don't tell me what to do. Don't hire me with a PhD, multiple influence, patents, and all these publications and come and be telling me what to do. You are going to restrict my ability to perform and deliver. So for you, we have to be able to list what are 5 things that are important to you. Another thing could be, let me find another one on here, career advancement. One of the things mentioned in that post, when I posted that you should help us advise this person, was career advancement. She said one of the jobs that there is no career advancement. The other job, there is career advancement, there is mentorship, there's all of that. Is career advancement important to you? Are you thinking, I want a job where I can grow like this? I want a job where I can get mentorship to also grow like that. I want a job that is going to be responsible for paying a part of my tuition. So if I decide to go back to school, there is tuition reimbursement opportunity with this company. This company gives $10,000 every year towards education advancement and personal advancement. Is that important to you? For some people, it's not. For some people, it's important. They have a plan to get an MBA. They have a plan to be able to develop because they feel like I need to keep developing the skills to become a subject matter expert. For some people, they're already subject matter expert. They need the money. Show me the money. I'm tired of studying. I don't want more study. I don't want more career advancement for the next 3 years. I just want the bag. You need to decide. Is career advancement important to you? Is creativity and ability to create important to you? Is freedom important to you? And another one could be diversity and inclusion. Do you want a company that cares about people of color, the problems, the pain, and recognizes that there are barriers that are limiting women, that are limiting people of color? So they pay attention to those issues to make sure it's not affecting how people perform in a workplace. Do you want to work for a company like that? You know, for some people, that is important. For some people, they don't care. I want you to list 5 things that are important to you. For some people, is money. For me particularly, money matters. It's one of my 5 values. You gotta pay me, get to the bag. So we need to prioritize. There are so many values out there. When I mean value, I'm not talking about ethical value, religious values. I'm talking about real things that affect our lives. Some people have children. They want to be able to go pick their kids from school at 2:30. If the workplace says that they cannot do anything until later, maybe you can't leave the workplace until 5. So you are thinking about, when my kid finishes school, I have to put them in daycare. I can only pick up my kid after work is done. How about you get a job that allows you to be flexible? How about you work from home, right? There are many reasons why you should think about, is where I am working, is it delivering those most important 5 values? If you have kids and it's important to you that you don't pay for daycare, you want to be able to welcome, go and pick them from the bus stop, bring them home, give them food and continue. Does your work allow you to be able to off the computer for 5 minutes, or they will be using phone and pursuing you up and down? Right? You need to understand that these values drive your level of love for your work. Drive whether you hate the job or not. If they're not paying you well, and there's a value that's important to you, you're not going to want to stay at that job. You're not going to like it. If you work for a company who it's Martin Luther King Day, everybody is across the country, they're on holiday, your company say you should show up to work. And you're an African American, you're an African, you recognize all the things Martin Luther King has done for us. You want to take that day off to reflect about the pain of black people and how you can contribute to your community a lot more. And your company is forcing you that it's not a holiday. Would you like to work there? Maybe you're like me, where diversity and inclusion is big. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're an African who feel like, I don't care about Martin Luther King, so please, I will go to work. So that's not important to you. Maybe it's important to me. I want you to think about what are 5 things that are important to me. Maybe respect is important to you. You know, I'm a black woman and I've watched people disrespect black women at work. We will say opinions. We will say opinion. I used to work for a company where I am the subject matter expert. I say an opinion and people will talk over my opinion until somebody else repeat the same thing. And then they say, that is awesome. That's a great idea. I did said that 10 minutes ago. If you're like me and respect is important to you, you're going to quit that company. Because you can't continue to get disrespected and get home and be complaining to your husband and be complaining to your wife and be telling them that somebody is doing padding when you're speaking because you have an accent. Or your opinion had just overlooked until somebody else rewrap the opinion and say it again. Or somebody is taking your job and presenting it as theirs and using the word high. That's disrespectful. If you're like me, respect is very important to me. I don't need you to put respect and call me Dr. Adi at work, call me Adi. But you gotta respect the fact that I have tons of experience doing my job. I'm an expert, I'm a leader, I'm celebrating my industry. If I work for you, you're happy to have me as an employee. You better respect me. If you don't, I don't care how much you pay me, I'm leaving. Why? These are things that drives people's high blood pressure up. So you need to ask yourself, 5 values that affect how I feel when I get home from work. You need to write it down. Or you found out that everybody else is paid way more than you and you're underpaid. So every day you go to work not wanting to work because you feel underpaid. You're due for a promotion. They're not giving it to you. And you're saying money is not important to you. You are money driven. That's why you're not liking your job right now. So you need to find somewhere else where they would respect that so that you can be happy. If you get paid more money, it looks like you'll be happy. If you're like me, respect. Oh, I die for respect. I work all my life to get all these skills, to get all this education, so that when I'm in a room talking about 3D printing, you know that there's an expert in the room. This black girl, she's on fire. And if I step into a room talking 3D printing, I may not be able to talk everything else. But if I talk 3D printing, you will know that this girl, she's loaded. And then if you have me in that room, an opportunity for you people, not 3D printing, just regular manufacturing to learn, and you're trying to like cast a shadow on my light, I'm out of that company. 1 second. And if I tell you for a fact that the last 1 year of my career has been the most enjoyable because my company recognizes me. They listen to me. People listen to me. People make me feel like my opinion counts. Hi everyone, I'm so sorry. I didn't put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I think my auntie was trying to call me and it interrupted the live that we're on. We're gonna wait for 2 minutes to see if we get a couple of people to come back in, and we'll try to wrap up this conversation. I want to take your questions. So I've talked about a couple of topics today. We talked about values and personality today. And I want to know if you have questions for me, please put it in the question box. And can you hear me now? Is everything good? Thank you all for hanging around and for coming back on the live. Please tag this account. I beg you in the name of God. The favor you can do for people you know can benefit from this is send them this profile and tag this account, and take a picture of my beautiful face, put it on your Instagram story, and ask people to follow so they can watch the previous video and be able to at least get something out of what was shared up to this point. I just want to wrap up values before we go today. I want you to be able to write down 5 values that are driving the decisions you make for your career. I want the values to be very personal to you. You have to think about yourself. You have to think, if you have kids, if you have family, you have to think about your family. If you're a family person, you are a single parent, or you are combining income together because you have to take care of your family. Money and your income, or how much you get paid, could be a critical value to you. That could be priority 1. If you're like me, you have gathered a lot of education, you're a subject matter expert, respect could be a value that may be important to you. If you're also like me, innovation and invention may be of critical importance to you. And when innovation and invention are important to you, you have to look for companies that will allow you to publish papers, that will allow you to write patents, that will allow you to at least get companies trade secrets, if that's the least. You need to be able to write down some of those values. For you, it could be flexibility and freedom. You want a company that allows you to work at different hours because you have kids to pick up from school. You have other engagements that you want to do. It could be a career advancement. You want a company that will be willing to invest in your growth, in your career. So maybe you want to do an MBA in 2 years. You have to start to look at companies who actually give some they give a refund for tuition refund, tuition rebate. They have 10,000, 5,000, 7,000, 8,000 set aside for each employee every year for them to use as money to advance their career. You have to, as you think about yourself this year, I want you to think about yourself as a business of one. I don't want you to hold on to any job like it's your father's company. Nobody, it's not your father's company. Any company you work for this year, they have to be able to give you the things that make you happy. A lot of family disputes, a lot of marriages are having problems because the job that your partner does is frustrating them. If the job that your partner does is frustrating your partner, then they come home angry, then they come home tired, then they come home uninterested, they come home really sad. Guess who is at the end of that anger? You. You will be at the end of that anger. I don't want you to watch this by yourself alone. I want this to be passed over to your husband, to your wife. I want them to also watch this and also to be able to determine what the work I'm doing right now. It is not your family's company. Treat your career like if you are the company. You are a business of one. You are a one-man business. You have to go to where they will pay you, where you will get remuneration for the work you're doing. You have to go to where you're appreciated as a business. You have to be patronized well in terms of how do you grow your business. You have to write down those values. You come first this year. You have to banish the idea of staying with a company where your values are not respected. You have to banish the idea of staying in a career that you know does not match your personality. I don't care how much you have invested in that career. As I told you guys, I had a PhD, I'm a scientist, I love my job, I was excellent. I was getting national awards. I have Manufacturing Institute award behind me here. I have several awards for the work I did as a scientist. Well, at some point in my career, I sat down and I looked and said, look, my personality will do better. It's not like it's not doing well. It will do better if I move into a leadership role. It will do better if I move, instead of just being the person who is the gatekeeper of innovation. My personality will do better if I go to the interpretation of the innovation. And I went there. And this is the best 1 year of my career. I want you to not hold on to the fact that I've invested so much in that career. Yes, you have. But everything you have gathered, you can use it in another area as well and fly and do better. And don't have to invest so much before you get return on investment because it matches your personality. And you can wake up every day happy to go to work without feeling like I just hate my job. Yes, I want you to go to work happy. Can you be part of the 15%? The 15% who love their job today, they said 85% of the over 1 billion employees do not like their job. I'm not Gallup. Gallup does statistical analysis. They do all of these surveys. They wrote that out. I want you to not be a part of the statistics of 85% people who don't like their job. Publicly, I can tell you I love my job. I do. Why? It matches my personality. It obeys and aligns with my values. What else do I need? I made the decision to join this company after I evaluated everything I wanted for my career. I want you to stop joining companies without a proper evaluation of your values, of your personalities. Because if you just rush in without really understanding, does it match the things I'm looking for? You will not be happy there. You will not. You will not be able to progress there. You will not be happy there. And I don't want you to just be happy there. I want you to thrive there. I want you to fly there. If it takes you a little time to do the work because it matches your personality and you decide to give it a little more, everybody will see your impact. Because that's your comfort zone. This year, you deserve to be paid to do what you love. You deserve it. You deserve to be paid to do what you love. You deserve to be appreciated for your work. You deserve maximum in respect. This year, you deserve to be paid your worth. All of it is possible. First, we need to recognize what are those things that are important to you. This year, you deserve to have a good marriage. A marriage where you don't dump on your frustration, your work. Somebody has taken the credit for your work at work. Somebody disrespected you, they didn't take your opinion at work. Now you come on and all of that anger, you take egg and start to beat your child. You start to yell at your child. It's not their fault. You are in a wrong job. Please stop holding on to somebody else's company. You are the company first. You deserve all of those good things. And if that company can't give it to you, you will not be happy at that job. It doesn't matter how much of a connection you have to that job. Maybe it's time to reevaluate and leave. Yeah, I'm a career coach. You want to talk to somebody to help you change this, to help you move to the next level? I did it first. I'm happy with my job. So let me help you find what happiness means to you. Let me help you find where you can get maximum return. Let me help you find the career that fits your personality that you can still blow and make money. Let me help you find where you can put little work and maximize your growth. Get on that mentorship program. I don't care what the naysayers say. They tell you, why do you want to go give somebody this money, this month, this year? Decide to invest in your career. The same way you are investing and say, I will buy stocks, I will buy something to elevate your career. This year, buy something to make you happy. Buy something that will help you get maximum happiness in your job. This month, buy a career coaching program from Dr. Adi and let's together be happy at our job. Do you guys see all the growth that we've had in D-Tech Centrics, my personal company, in the last 1 year? Why haven't I had that growth in 3 years ago? Why? Because I was working a job where I didn't have personality fulfillment. So I was just putting in work. I wasn't putting in work into something else because I couldn't. When you are in a place that you're happy, you will be able to do more for yourself, for your personal life, for your marriage, for other things. When you are in a place where you're drowning, everything around you will drown. You won't have clarity to start a business. Your marriage will be sinking. Your children will not like you. Family member cannot come around you. Money you will not have. Are you not tired? Are you not tired of wanting to do aluta? Every time somebody is talking about pay, people are not getting paid. You are in front. We are not getting paid though. Every time they're fighting discrimination, you are the first there. Why? Because you have experienced it all. Can we put an end to that? I'm no longer a fighter. I'm an enjoyer. I'm enjoying. This year, quit the fight. Let's get you to where you belong so that you can stop fighting. Stop fighting for increment in pay where you can actually move out of the company and get it. Stop fighting for, the micromanagers. And leave the micromanagers now. Let's get you where there is freedom. Where you can work from home. It is all possible.
Oh, this year I'm available for maximum enjoyment. And it starts with my job delivering maximum enjoyment. Your job can deliver that too. Thank you all for always tuning in. I hope this was useful for you. For people who will watch this later, I'll put in the personality test link. I'll try and list a couple of the values as well. If you want to talk a lot more about this, find me. Let us get on a mentorship program. Let's spend an hour that will change your life together. I promise you, it's maximum output, 24/7. I'm happy to deliver. Thank you again, and share this video. When I post this on my page, I beg you in the name of God, this could save somebody's life. It could save somebody's marriage. It could give somebody a better job. Share it. I beg you in the name of God. God bless you. We'll come back next week. I am signing out, the Apostle of Career, and I will see you again next week. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and God bless you. Bye for now.